Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Welcome to Njenje Media TV. My name is Mazi Ezoke. And as it is today, I've just come to have a quick and a very short broadcast this evening. I want to speak to the Imo State Governor this evening, as I am not happy. My heart is heavy for the things I have seen and the things I've observed in the last couple of days as regards to Imo State, Southeast Nigeria. Many of you will be aware there are videos making rounds that about 14 youths coming back from a wedding, as it was said, were gunned down. They were gunned down, and as to who gunned them down, there is a couple of questions to that. But I am not here to begin to apportion or and question who gunned them down. I don't necessarily care, but because these are human beings, this could be your child, my child. No one deserves, and no one ought to have gunned them down without proper trial. What was their crime? Why would anybody do that? That's the one that drives me nuts. Why would anyone in their right senses gun children down? Let me play this hypothesis. According to the videos that I have seen, it appears that according to the video of what was recorded, let me quickly see if I can bring one of them video, what was recorded, because some of these videos are too graphic that I can only narrate them, but I can't even show them. But there are some, when you now, okay, I think this is, hold on. I think at some point, the people had to block him, the Nigerian army. And I don't blame the youths. Do you know, sorry, maybe I'm being overly dramatic. Do you know what it means? 14 youths, 14. Could be your son, could be mine, 14 of them killed. And all we hear is it is a Bubago, it is Nigerian army. And reach out to some people. What they say is there is no Bubago operational in Imo State, that the Bubago only operates in Ebonyi State. Then I say, without sounding who really is behind it, whoever is behind this should be fished out and should face the law. But on the other hand, I am roundly disappointed. I am roundly disappointed with Governor Hope Uzodimma that 14 youths died in your state. 48 hours after that, after the death, there's not been any press release. Please, if anybody has seen any press release done by Imo State House of Assembly or Imo State government, please send it to me. But I have gone because, I do research before I say some of these things, because I know the consequences of, pushing out information or inaccurate information. Of course, I know the consequences. I'm a journalist, for Christ's sake. But here we are. I have taken the time, or haven't searched online. I have gone to the office of the governor, what they call the new media, where normally they publish all the things that happens in Imo State. I've gone to that site on Facebook. Let me quickly bring that in. This is the site here on Facebook. And there is absolutely, let me take us through. There is absolutely 1 hour ago, Imo State special announcement. His Excellency Hope Uzodimma, Governor of Imo State, approved the appointment of TPL Governor Barrister Obima. So that's an appointment, public announcement, 1 hour ago. Here, 3 hours ago, Barrister Nina Onwebu has been appointed chief of political advisor. That is an appointment. World Public Relations Day. That is an appointment. 3 days ago, government inspect ongoing projects, including distillation of water. That is project inspection. Here, again, where he interfaces with teachers, promising them about, ongoing duplication process, how to remove ghost workers and whatever, what have you. Look at this one, Amagolu, completion of health center, blah, blah, blah. Again, until the 15th, it's project inspection. Then I ask myself, does it mean that these men, these people do not value the lives? Because this makes me sick. To be honest with you, this makes me sick. How come 14 young men died in a state? No one is talking about what led to their death. There was a publication today by Njenje Media, right? There was a press statement issued by Inter Society, and that was published by Njenje Media today. Now, when you look at that, then you ask yourself, why is no one talking about this? It beats me, honestly. People, it beats me, because I'm sitting down here thinking, we have parents now, we have mothers, we have siblings, we have people who will no longer see their. Let me quickly share this with us as well, so that for some of us to understand. Sorry, quickly. I should stop sharing this. Let me quickly share this, because some of these things doesn't make sense. Sorry, but they don't make sense. It don't make sense that you lose 14 people, 14 vibrant young people, and no one. If they are criminals, you should tell us. You should tell the people. That's why you are there in government. Whatever they have done, you should tell the people. And here we are. This is what I'm talking about. This was published today by Njenje Media, right? Now let's look at this. And the murder video is actually what we have pushed in here. The video that is not really that offensive. Bodies weren't shown. But again, this is how Christ began to escalate. For those who haven't read the report, let me see if I can actually share the report or you can go to Njenje Media. Either you click on the care, or you can go to Njenje Media on
Mozambique is the commander. Mozambique is the commander of Ebubago, killing his brothers and sisters for reason. Why? Why? A bandit from Mozambique, a terror, somebody that they have marked a terrorist in Mozambique, come back here and collect Ebubago commander.
Now, you look at this. Honestly, I am really pained. It hurts me. I have kids. I will never be happy if anything like this happens to any of my child. And why would anyone allow such to happen? What we see brewing here is conflict. Conflict. Governor Hope Uzodimma must act quickly to step in and to avert these impending danger. Because imagine where we get to the point that youth might begin to think of, taking laws into their hands. Imagine in a situation where that begins to happen, what then happens? Watch this video of what the youths have done today in anger. They are now protesting.
We don't have army people now.
Nothing happen here. It happen here now. Hi. Are we from here? Nothing happen. Yeah, you know, I'm there. I can't Baba. SS. What will happen? We are tired of the killings. We are tired of killings. I love our mama. We get morale. Morale high. Morale high. One go home, put in my house. We dey go mama. We dey go mama. Lasso. We dey go mama. Lasso. No movement. Bye bye, can you hear me now? Army is with us now. Army is with us. Come on. Everybody must go. Everybody must go. Come on. No. No road.
Now, this is how the conflict starts. There are many more videos where the community have now come out to say whichever security you have there must leave. It is always painful to see that, unresolved conflicts get to that point. Make no mistake about it. The presence of security personnel, whether you like it or not, some of you don't like the statement, brings in some level of, sense of security. The moment they vacate, that's how you have security lapses. But again, no one deserves to be killed. The video is too graphic. Sorry, I cannot show the dead bodies. I call them some respect. But again, like I said before, I am roundly angry and disappointed with Hope Uzodimma for the fact that over 48 hours has gone past. He has not deemed it fit to address the people of Imo State or to put out a release as to what actually happened. Rather, when you reach out to some people that are somewhat in authority, what they will tell you is that it is not Ebubago, that Ebubago does not exist in Imo State. Now, if they are saying that there is no Ebubago in Imo State, and some of these individuals that I personally have spoken to are telling you there is no Ebubago in Imo State, then my question is, then who? Don't tell us that what we are thinking, that there are certain people that actually been in our space and doing this. We need answers. This is one life lost in Imo State too many. Again, it must also be on record that on this platform, neither do I also support criminalities. I do not support the killing of any security agent. But if anyone is found engaging in any form of criminality, it behoves on the law enforcement agency or their associates to do and to effect an arrest. Arrest the individual. Yes, take the individual to court. Try him. If found guilty and wanting, of course, jail him. Jail the individual. I have never seen where an individual is given a fair trial, where an individual, a criminal, if criminal, is given a fair trial and jailed, and everybody's shouting. Why would anybody shout? But when you come and you just point your gun, you shoot, and someone dies, what inadvertently you have done, you have taken away whatever support that the community will give you. Now, with this level of protest that you've seen, How do you want to, get the support of the people? How? When people are angry and they see something going wrong, you think they will come to you to tell you that this is going wrong? Of course they won't. The people are now going to give you their support. Intelligence gathering is local. Intelligence gathering is anchored on people. People are that the police and the army, the DSS, that they do this, that they do their work, they are so good. No, they don't do those things on their own. Any intelligence that they work with is intelligence gathered by the people, where the people are willing to say, these are those behind this. But if that trust is broken, which that trust is now being broken by the virtue of the fact that people are now protesting, that's not good. Listen, people, I will never in my life be a party to where injustice is harbored, injustice is discussed, injustice is dispensed. Every life matters. My life, your life, the life of your children, my children, our siblings, wherever they are, east, north, south, west, anywhere they are, our lives matter. The reason we have men that have come and asked us to give them our vote for them to go and represent us, the reason why that happens is because they want to represent us. And if they are representing us, then they have to speak on our behalf. Social contract. We have yielded our authorities to them, given it to them for them to act on our behalf. And if they are acting on our behalf, it is expected of them that they speak on our behalf. And the moment they are unable to speak on our behalf, then they have lost every moral right for them to exist at all. It's as simple as that. Very simple. No but, no if. Now, let me quickly show us this. And, for many of you that understand Igbo, you will hear the narration of this elderly woman. Because if you listen to her and you see these dead bodies, of these young men, it's really heartbreaking, people. Honestly, it's really heartbreaking. I don't know how else I can express my disgust and my disappointment with the government of Imo State. The government of Imo State is only one arm. We have 3 senators from Imo State. We have a House of Assemblymen from Imo State. Yet all of them are keeping quiet. Why? What is the essence of representation then? What is the essence of representation? If you cannot represent your people, speak up on their behalf. If those innocent people, as they said, innocent, if by any means they are being allegedly accused of anything, then we want people to speak to us. We are humans. You are there. You are representing us. People, I don't know. These things are, honestly, these things aren't skyrocket science. If someone is there to represent us, of course, and something like this happens, then let them, really do the right thing. Let them do the right thing and let them say it the way it is. Let me quickly share this as well. Now, this is another video from an old woman who said this about the incident that I am talking about. Listen to what she said.
It's not what we're Madole. 14 boys.
To go for revenge. And we want that man.
14 boys. What did the 14 boys do? What did they do? Traditional marriage. Kande Bubago Baburu. Hope Uzodimma, Ogu Mozambique, and the Bubago people.
I'm the president of God for talking to you. Come down from that your seat. It's not for you.
Exactly.
Bring my people out for me. Bring my people out. I said it with my clear mind. I'm not ready. I'm ready to die. I'm ready to stand up now.
Hope Uzodimma and the Ogu Mozambique and the Ebubago people, they have started killing our youth for no reason. They have started killing our youth for no reason.
14 boys want to have no boys again.
14 boys, ndị otu rubara traditional marriage na awọ mama. Ndị otu rubara traditional marriage na awọ mama. Ka ha pụtara gbagbuchie with no reason, with no reason. Hope Uzodimma, Ebubago people and Mozambique. Look at killing our youth for no reason. Killing our youth for no reason. 14 boys yesterday.
This is really sad. It's really sad. You know, to see that your fellow being is just being gunned down and lying down lifeless in their own pool, in that what we call gutter or what we call gully, whichever way. And now there is, you know, again, I am really concerned about the relationship between the community and the security operatives. The relationship is broken down. The relationship is breaking down. And there is, if something quick as possible is not done, it's going to get from bad to worse. Imagine now, the people are only protesting. Imagine if this is not addressed. You know, we've had the case of unknown gunmen ravaging the southeast, coupled with the what's it called again? The sit-at-home Mondays. Now people are scared. People in the diaspora are scared. Imo State is a state with so much hotels. When people are afraid to come home, there is no money to spend. The working days are reduced. What you have, things are going to get much harder for people. Now, imagine a situation whereby you now compound the whole problem with more security. Because if someone loses a close family member, you will never predict how that individual is going to react. Some might want to take revenge. That increases and escalates the whole peace that was about returning to the southeast. Hence, as my dad would always say, Onye choli Igbo, ya bụ Lumaka. He who wants to stop fight must first stop finger pointing. Because it's from finger pointing that punches begin to land. So if you want to stop further conflict, you must begin to bring justice to any perceived injustice done now. I stand by truth, and I have said mine. I'm saying it. This is not right. If anything, anyone and those behind this senseless act, because it's senseless, there is no way that that is ever going to make sense. It's senseless. If by what the woman said that they were going for marriage ceremony, and they were returning from marriage ceremony before the
protest.
And now the youths are protesting. Now the youth are protesting. Is it the best thing to happen?
They have killed so many youth in this town. So many calamities. The young youth Black Sunday in Olu, East and West. God has said, government should do something. Government do something.
Now, obviously, you have seen it. The people are beginning to protest because they have lost faith in those they have wielded their powers for them to represent them. But there is another part to it, that also the government of, or rather, sorry, that the military, for some reason, there is another video where the military was seen, or the military officers were seen addressing the public, asking them to calm down. Then I asked myself, if the Nigerian military were able to speak to the people to calm down, why was it then impossible for the one they have as a governor, or for those that they have yielded their sovereignty for them to represent them? Why was it so hard for them to speak to them as well? And that is when the military spoke to them.
So, if I will make you, there are ways. We are for people. Sure. And that is why we are going
Now, this is, I must first also, while I knock the government, especially the executive, for not reacting, I must also commend the soldier who took time to address the protesting public, because no one will see his or her sibling gone down without saying anything. You never expected them to come and shake your hands and say, "Job well done for killing their siblings." Of course, no one would ever do that. Okay, and because they haven't done that, we'll cut them some slack to say, "Guys, well done that no life was lost in your protest. That in your protest you were civil. You registered your disdain. You registered your disgust. You registered your anger against the government of your state. And because you have registered your anger, your disdain, your displeasure against the government of the states, and thank goodness that the military men sent there, they're also human. They wouldn't be happy if any of their children also, got entangled in such. And it was good that they responded in the manner that they did. That is an Imo State. I'll round up by saying that, rightly again, I say I am roundly disappointed with the governor of Imo State for not speaking as at when due. Now, I'll close with this because I don't have much time. I'll close with this. There is this demolition that happened in Lokpanta. The cattle market in Lokpanta. What we hear from the news, we all hear, oh, the Fulanese or the Hausas, they all say, oh, they have Lokpanta. But nobody ever tells us that we also have people that are non-Fulanese and non-Hausas who also reside there. I didn't know that, to be honest with you. Ignorant of that, I've always seen Lokpanta because I have never gone there to buy or trade any cow. I've only seen Lokpanta on my way to Mahia from the expressway. But over the weekend, it appears that houses in those areas were destroyed. A video came out saying that suddenly the government came and demolished the whole place. I spoke to someone from Abia State, off camera, off record, saying, this is not going to be recorded because I need to understand what actually is happening here. The individual in question said that the government wanted to reclaim part of the land and they had asked people to vacate, contrary to what you're going to hear from the video, and that they did not vacate. Again, this is where I think government is failing. I can't say that enough. Compare that when there was this rumor that Odumeje's house was destroyed in Anambra. I'm not drawing a parallel here to tell you this person is better than the other, but use your brain. There was this rumor that Odumeje's church was destroyed. The same evening, there was a press release saying, no, it wasn't Odumeje's church, but his gatehouse. 2 days later, the governor of that state of Anambra, Professor Chukwuma Charles Soludo, addressed a press conference clarifying what happened. To me, that's what I call leadership. Now, come to Abia State. Obviously, the previous conversation now that 14 youths were killed in Imo State, in Oru, Ameri. 48 hours later, the chief executive officer of your state issued no statement, no press conference called. Boy, we are talking about human lives. I grew up in the heartland of the great Igbo nation, knowing human life to be sacred. I was taught that under no circumstances shall I take a human life because I couldn't create one. And here is it that we talk about not one, but we talk about 14 human lives taken, and in this case, innocent human lives, unless otherwise proven. 48 hours later, there is no statement from the government. Hence, the people are angry. Hence, the people are protesting. Even in the moment of protest, yet the government failed to react. To me, that's no leadership. The reaction, that's no respect for the people you're supposed to govern. That is Imo State. Let's now come back to Abia State. In Abia State, in that Lokpanta cattle market, the following happened. Watch this. Then I'll come back and explain.
Lokpanta. Ebe a juru emere liga nke ọchịchọkalụ o mere na liga na 2001. Enwere some area ebe a geta ebe ndị Igbo nọ, ebe a part ebe ndị Igbo nọ ka a bịara on 16th of July 2020. Onweghị onye agba na ha na-abịa ewe ha jide ebe ahụ ebe ndị Igbo nọ kwatusie fa niile overnight. Onweghị onye agba. Ụnụ ihe na-afụ ebe a kịta bụ two-story building lodge na onye Igbo, onye obodo ahụ, onye Lokpa a na-akpọ Bos. Ihe a two-story building, mana efu ya ị ga-eche n'ọbụ ngalo budoza ya rịrị ya elu na-egbughị oge kwatusie mebisi ihe niile n'ebe a. Ebe niile ndị Igbo nọ akwatusi ya wee hapụ sọ ebe ndị ugwu nọ. Iji ụnụ na ndị ahụ kwere ihe ha na-ekwu n'obi bikos na ha chọrọ ka ọ bụrụ sọ ha nwabụ ndị ugwu ga-eme ọkụkọ anyị atụlọba niile datị gariki lọba niile ahụ bikos na o dogo anya ebe niile ndị ugwu nọ enweghị onye metụrụ ya aka, mana ebe ndị Igbo na-akwadoro ebe a niile enweghị oke ka mgbagogo agbagogo ụnụ fụ na ọ bụghị obere ife. Onweghị onye agbara ebe a ebe ndị Igbo na-achụta ihe ha na-eri, ha na-eme biznes. Ndị Igbo nwegasịrị shops. Ụfọdụ na-ele mmanụ nri.
Now, at this point, without being prejudiced, well, I think many of you that follow me would know at this point, I always want to speak for the truth. And I always want to stand for the truth. I defend no one. But again, it would not mean it, on this platform, we cannot go all out to misinform the public. It is our duty to go find out what is the reality, what is the real deal before, and we'll show you the proof, you make your conclusion. From the video, for those of you who do not understand it, but what he's saying is that the part where these structures were damaged is where the Igbos are, in Lokpanta. But one thing he said that struck me is that trying to take over this place and keep it for themselves. And now at that point, you start asking yourself, who are they? How could they come and take over that place? But they're not the ones governing you. You're governing yourself. You have a governor. So how come are you going to destroy your place for someone else? It doesn't really sit. It doesn't, I see no logic in it. Sorry, I see no logic. But again, that's a narrative, right? Because many people have come to me with this video inbox. But there is another video that now probably tried, or I don't know which one. No. The video, actually, the second video I'm going to play for you was made before this particular one, before the hotel in question was demolished. The video was made before this. And let me allow you to listen to it and also make up your mind. Because at this platform, what we do is to actually look at issues. Let's keep looking at issues. Okay? Now, this is now as of this point, before the previous video, this place, these buildings we are standing, it was as a result of when they finished this demolition, the first video then was played. The first video has gone viral. It appears people who shared the first video don't want to share the second one. What do I gain by misinforming the public? You see, you look at facts, lay them bare. You are an adult. I believe you're over 18. Make up your mind. Let's listen to the second video, please.
This is hotel will soon go down. It's at the heart of the cattle market in Demolition. It eventually became heaven for all the criminals harassing the environment. A very notorious kidnapper Aminu was living here and eventually arrested, collecting ransom here. So it doesn't matter.
Did you hear that? That a very notorious kidnapper, Aminu, was living here. Like in Anambra State, there is a law, even during the time of Peter Obi, it was carried even here now in this current dispensation of Soludo. If your house is seen as a safe haven, a place where kidnappers take their victims to, your house will be taken away, the property demolished, the land taken by the government as a harsh measure to stop these menace. This person here narrating it said that Aminu used to live in this hotel. It appears everybody knew. The whole neighborhood knew that this individual lived here. This individual, that ransoms are being paid here. So I'm not saying I'm not speaking for the government, but again, that's where I think the government is sometimes, most of these governors and, states are not reacting. They are just basically not fit for purpose. They are useless. Abia State should have by now come to the public and explain why these things happened. Let's listen to the video again.
Harassing the environment. A very notorious kidnapper, Aminu, was living here and eventually arrested, collecting ransom here. So it does not matter who owns it, the person condoned the activities of the kidnappers, and there's nothing to preserve that is greater than the interest of the community. As it were, it eventually will go down in a matter of minutes.
So you see that, a tale of two stories, okay? The other one says Igbos are being punished for staying there. And like I said, it doesn't, not that it cannot happen, but again, it doesn't make sense. If it happened outside your homeland, that some people they don't want you, they are demolition days to hurt you, but not in your own place, somebody will come. So that means those kidnappers' houses that were Anambra demolished kidnapper houses 3 weeks ago. 3 weeks ago, they were demolished in Anambra, Abia in Anambra, where they kept their victims and collect ransom. Unknown gunmen, the kidnappers. When the security agents, invaded that place, you see the younger brother, or the younger brother to Teresa Honora from Onubi, the one that was caught recently, and DSS burnt that house in Onubi. Maybe the only reason, I do not know, because maybe the only reason why that house wasn't pulled down was because no victim was caught inside that place, maybe. But here it is. People, we have telephones. We record things. The only last statement I will make to us is, let us endeavor to use our telephones and use any medium we have not to misinform the public. It pays no one, because when the public is misinformed, they will react in a manner that is based on the information that they have. And if you do not have accurate information, these inaccurate information that you have shared can hurt lives. Because that video on its own probably could have led to ethnic tension in Lokpanta. There is already ethnic tension because of the kidnappers, the kidnapping activities there. These, according to the prelate, who said that he was kidnapped by Fulani, that he was kidnapped by Northerners, that he wasn't, But again, a crime is a crime. A kidnapper who kidnaps you, kills you, takes your money, rapes you, doesn't make it better because it was done by your kinsman. It doesn't make it worse because it was done by someone else. What you and I must fight for is to fight for a equitable society where I must not and I should not be kidnapped by a man from the southeast or northwest or Niger Republic. It must be stopped. Our lives collectively matter. On that note, I will close by saying, Hope Uzodimma, react. We want you to address and explain what happened to 14 lives killed in Amiri. According to the videos we have, they said they were coming back from a traditional marriage, which they attended to on Saturday. On their way home, their lives were taken away from them. That is not right. No one deserves to die in that manner. On that note, I say thank you very much for joining me. I am still Mazes, okay? Join me again tomorrow. Bye for now.